Hello and very good afternoon, everyone. My name is Galib Hasnath. I'm the country manager for MSCAR Media in Bangladesh. And in MSCAR Media, we are representing a couple of universities from North America. And today in our session, we are going to talk about one of the very renowned college in British Columbia, Coast Mountain College. And to present this session, I have my colleague Karishma Chaudhuri. She is the manager of Canada in MSM. And she will be here to talk about the pros and cons and opportunities that student has who are planning to apply for Coast Mountain College. And before I start the session, I would like to go through the house rule. That is, if you have any question, please write it down on the Q&A session so that at the end of the session or presentation, we can try to answer as many questions as possible. And if we cannot answer the questions, we will get back to you after the session. So without doing further delay, I would hand over to Karishma. Karishma.
Thank you so much, Caleb, for the introduction, and a very, very good afternoon, everyone in Bangladesh. So yes, today we are actually going to talk about Coast Mountain College, and I can assure you that today's webinar is going to be very informative for all of you to enhance your student recruitment activities, and especially the your knowledge about Coast Mountain College. So let's begin with the webinar. So, Coast Mountain College, we are having a tagline, a very interesting tagline, that is that your journey starts here. Yes, because we give opportunity to international students to come to Canada to study here, to work here, and finally get settled here. And that's definitely a start of a new journey for the students who are actually coming here for their higher educations. It's a very beautiful location. British Columbia is undoubtedly a very, very beautiful province. Here you can see a few pictures which are simply clicked from a cell phone, and you can simply see the beauty of that particular location. So I added some pictures here just so that you can have a glimpse of BC, how it is exactly, how it looks in all the seasons. So yes, we are actually having three campuses, and the one is in Smeader, the another one is in Tares, and then the third one is in Prince Rupert. And these areas are located in the northern part of the British Columbia. So we are having the main campus Terrace, which is actually is at 1 hour flight from Vancouver. Vancouver is having international airport, and then Terrace is a location which is actually a central hub with all the quick access to all the natural playgrounds, and it's a northwest. If you really want to observe the or have the feel of all season of northwest, then yes, this is a perfect place where you can actually experience it. Going forward, this is just a testimonial from one of our student who actually studied at CMT, and she really find it a very quite safe place with a lot of sceneries, and the small class sizes supported her a lot, and especially the hands-on learning. That's the reason that she was able to get a very good job opportunity, and of course the affordable tuition fee. Moving forward, if I would like to tell you about CMTN, the quick facts, about CMTN, or talk about it at a glance. So, I would like to cover a few points that we are having 34 communities, and we are having more than 4,000 students from all regions in our campuses. We are having more than 45 programs across all the varieties. And the picture you can see here, that is actually of our campus. And we are having a programs where we actually emphasize on hands-on learning, and believe in giving a practical experience to the students, so that by the time they complete their studies on campus, they actually get industry ready. I'll tell you more about this in our coming slides. Okay, so Why choose CMTN? It's a very, very important question actually. So I would answer it like 97% of our students, our current student or alumni are satisfied here by their studies or stay at CMTN. We are having a small class sizes, which I believe is really, really very important when it comes to international students, because they are going to a new country among new people, and they are moving from a one education system to a completely new education system. So close small class sizes actually give them opportunity to interact more with their faculties, to ask their questions, to resolve their queries and perform well in their studies. Then we are having very inclusive and multicultural learning environment. We are having students and faculty across the globe. Apart from this, we also focus more on flexible study option, whether when it comes to the maybe the number of hours of studies, or the way they want to study, or the number of days of the studies. So they are very much flexible. Then we are having very supportive instructors and staff members over the campus. And we are also having on campus residency for the students. That is again, I believe, a very important point, because it sometimes get very difficult for a new student or for any international student who are coming to a new country to find a very safe and economic place for themselves. Then undoubtedly on campus residency is the best option, I believe, is for the international students. Then now I will be focusing more on the program, the variety of programs which we are having. We are having the programs in all credential, whether it's diploma, associate degree, certificate, PGDs. So we are having programs like applied coastal ecology and business administration, early childhood education, social service workers, criminology, and associate degree in arts or sciences. Um, we are also having the certificates option for the students who are actually might have done their degrees or might be professional, and they really want to enhance their knowledge about these particular fields. They can definitely go for a short term certificate as well. Then we are having university credit courses in arts and humanities, in sciences, and in social sciences. If you can see here, we are having different subjects where student can do university credit courses also in these three specializations. Moving forward, we are also having an option of associate degree specialization, where we are having the programs like criminology, sustainable communities, First Nation studies, or archaeological or cultural resource management, or environmental geosciences. Not only this, we are also offering post degree diplomas programs in applied coastal ecology and business administration. So for all the programs, we are having a IELTS requirement of 6, no band lessons 5.5. So even if the student is having 5.5 in two modules, we would be able to accept their application. Even for the PGDs, we are having IELTS requirement of 6, no band less than 5.5. So that is something I believe is a very, very positive point about CMT, and that they are giving opportunities to students who are maybe having a little low IELTS score. Then the another option which we are having for the students that who really wanted to start their education by doing any diploma or the associate degree programs or the university course credit programs of 2 years, and later really want wish to complete their bachelors. So yes, they can start here and complete their 2 years of diploma program, and then if they want to work, they can do the work also in between, or in continuity. If they want to complete their study by taking transfer to any of the university, they can complete their bachelor's program. This way, I believe it's a best way if even any student wants to do the bachelor's or thinking of to do the bachelor's, and maybe might not be sure whether they late on the later stages they want to do it or not. The reason behind, anyhow, for the first 2 years, the student would be able to save their money. We know that in university we have very high fees, so a student would be able to save their money. The another thing is the flexibility and the environment. In university, we generally have very huge class sizes, and it might be get very difficult for a student who is actually coming from a different country and in a new environment among new people to adjust easily in a class size of maybe of 200 student or 150 student, like this. So here he would be getting a chance to get settled very easily and save money also, and then complete their bachelor's also. So if I tell you, then we are having a few institution with whom we are having the partnership. The institutions are BC Institute of Technology, Royal Roads University, University of British Columbia, University of Northern British Columbia, or University of Victoria. Not only these university, we are CMTN credits are being accepted in a few other universities also. So student can definitely go, can attend their bachelor's, complete their bachelor's from those university. Apart from this, we are also having the partnership with a few university out of Canada. So that is again, I believe is a very good point. We are having Monash University in Australia, University in Denmark. Then in Finland, we are having a partnership with the Lapland University, and in Portugal, we are having a partnership with Atlantic University. Moving forward, about the trade programs, we are having a lot of trade programs with us, and when it comes to the trade program, we really emphasize on the practical knowledge. You can see here the pictures of our students. We are having workshops for all of our trade programs, and they are actually doing the complete practicum in our workshops. And by the time they, I'm pretty sure by the time like they get graduate, they actually have very good experience in that particular field. So the main focus of providing these practicum in these workshop is to create a foundation for the student at the entry level, because there to get employment in the trade programs, you must qualify a entry level skills that is actually need to be required. So during these kind of practicum, these kind of practicum, students actually create their foundation so that they get employment ready in these trades. Then later on, please ignore the voice of my kid here.
It's
Yes, so
perfectly
move.
fine.
Right. So this is a funniest part while we are working from home. So moving forward is about the foundation trades. We are having the foundation trades like on automotives and carpentry and electrical, then in hairdressing, millwright and plumbing, then professional cook, welding, and parts and warehouses. Right. Now, this is a very must be a quite new term for you, that the field schools. Yes, we really don't believe in that the education can be provided just in the four walls. We really motivate our students that they can, move out. So we are providing them just not the in class knowledge, not in the class, but also in the field work. So yes, they do have 5 to 20 days of spring work in springs and summers, and that courses hold 3 to 6 credits. Now I'll come to the the housing part, that we are having on campus housing and off campus housing. So in if I talk about the on campus housing, we are having 5 residence buildings and private accommodations are there. Even we are having a male only and a female only dorms, and For the superior rooms, the price is $600 a month, and for the standard, it is $500 a month. We are also having residence advisors and on campus housings, and food services on site are also available. Apart from this, kitchen and laundries are also available. However, if any student is really not interested to opt for on campus housing, they can definitely choose any option in the off campus housing, where we do have homestay programs through the Canada Homestay Network. And also we are having rooms and apartment rented from $500 to $800 a month. So, apart from this, we are having a lot of student activities which we keep on organizing on campus for the student and by the students. So, in this, we are having a lot of cultural workshops, then student success workshop, leaders in action, then the student union events, then food services. Apart from this, residence life programs, and
I think Karishma is having some network issues, which will be resolved very shortly. Please bear with us. Thank you. Meanwhile, if you have any questions so far, you can write it down in the Q&A session.
oh, Caleb, is it fine?
So yes, Karishma is with us. So
Yes.
we can start once you're ready, Karishma.
Yes, right. So I was just talking about
Uh,
Caleb, the services which I can.
Karishma, your screen is not active.
Can you, are you able to see me, Caleb? I know the slide is not shared because that was the last slide of the presentation. So I was covering, I was just to cover, those here only.
Sure.
So yes, I was talking about the student services. In the student services, support services, we are having educational advisors on campus, international student advisors, accessibility service coordinators, and First Nation SS coordinators, and learning assistant specialists. Apart from this, financial aid officers, and we are also having a one counseling app which is known as Keep Me Safe, to ensure that all of our students are very much safe on the campus. So now, if I talk about the other a few important factors, is the application fee. So we are having an application fee of $100. For most of the program, if I say the average tuition fee annual is nearly $14,000. And the if I talk about the requirements, then the IELTS requirement, as I said, that it is 6 no band less than 5.5. And if I talk about the academic requirement, then it is minimum 50%. So yeah, I believe I'm able to cover a very good information about CM3, but still I do understand that our viewers must be having few questions. So now I would like to open the ground to answer your questions. Yeah.
Yes, please attendees do share your queries and questions in the Q&A session. Meanwhile, I would like to add a couple of the things that I want to share about CMTN. That obviously the IELTS requirement is as minimum, so that even for the postgrad students, those students who has done their bachelor but could not get a good score, or somehow they miss their score in IELTS, they can also apply. So the requirement is only 6, overall 6, no band less than 5.5. And okay, so we got one question. Is the pathway and the PGT IELTS requirement same? Yes, the pathway and PGT IELTS requirement are same. So it's overall 6, no band less than 5.5. And I was also looking at the opportunities for a student, like those students who are going for diploma program after finishing 2 years of diploma, and they can easily go for some well-ranked universities to finish the rest of their degrees, say British Columbia, Northern British Columbia, Royal Roads University, even in overseas, like in Monash in Australia and in Finland. So those students in universities, usually the admission requirements are much more higher, whereas in CMTN, it's only 50% or above. And then the IELTS requirement is also very liberal, and the tuition fees, not to mention, is very much something that you can look into if you want to look for a budget. So yes, that would be a very good option for students who are willing to go for their higher studies in Canada. And obviously the location is amazing. So, audience, if you have any question, please feel free to ask.
Here, Galib,
Yes.
I would also like to add that we are also accepting PTE with a minimum score of 58 overall. So yes, if the student is not having IELTS, they can also go for PTE or TOEFL, where we are accepting the overall score of 90s.
Right. Some of the students during the pandemic, they set for their Duolingo test. Are we still accepting Duolingo, Karishma?
Yes, we are still accepting Duolingo. So our requirement for Duolingo is 100, 10.
Right, great, great. So those students, they don't actually have to sit for their IELTS again. They can apply with their Duolingo test. And at this moment, which intake we are taking students for?
Right. We are accepting a student for September intake where all the programs are available, but we have opened up for May. Like the May was full, but a few limited seats are just open yesterday. So that is in the program of business administration. So yes, if there's any applicant for business administration, they can definitely put forward their application as soon as possible before we, full with those seats as well for May intake.
Right. And usually, how long does it take to get a offer letter?
Right. The maximum is the 10 working days, Galib, and sometimes we are able to provide prior to that as well. But if I say it's maximum 10 working days, yes.
Amazing. And what are the deadlines for May and September intake?
Right. Like for September, we are having a lot of time, undoubtedly. Generally, we close the any intake 2 months prior the intake start date. Uh, but yes, if the programs get filled bit early, then we may close, prior to that. This happened in the case of business administration, but at the end time, a few seats open up, but we had closed it in the, in the month of December for May intake. But right now, as I said, the limited seats were open, so yes, we are still accepting applications. So yeah, a student must, buck up if they are really wanted to apply. Otherwise, they can definitely check with us what all programs are available before putting up the application. Yes.
Great. So agents, it's a first come, first serve basis. So if the seat finishes and then the intake for, they will qualify for the next intake. So we should be quick when, if any student is ready, then for application, then we can look for the main intake, because we have a couple of the main intakes seat open for Bachelor of Business Administration. Not bachelor, sorry, the diploma for business administration program. Then after that, the opportunity for September intake is always open. And okay, then is there any scholarship opportunity?
Right. So, Galib, I know that most of the agents are very much interested in entry level scholarships. So we are not having it right now. But yes, as students study there on the basis of their performance, they can definitely apply a few for a few scholarships.
Great. So opportunities are there if the student is willing to apply. It's a merit basis opportunity. So student can do that for one as well, apply for that one as well. Then I have this question: is there any opportunity? I'm not sure what that means. A student with a bar leads test. Uh, I'm assuming it's some kind of test that is applicable prior to the admission, but I'm not sure. I don't think we do accept those tests.
Yes, I'm sorry, even I'm not aware about it. So
Yeah,
most probably we are not, otherwise I would be, knowing it.
right. But we will get back to you if we have any update on this one. I'll get back to you on this one. Okay, so I think pretty much all the areas have been covered, but obviously when you are talking to students, you will have more questions. And if you have any question that you don't have answer to, please do get back to me. I'll be there to help. And if you want any further details, you can have Karishma's contact details so that you can reach her. You can reach her through email or WhatsApp, and she's very much active in responding. So definitely we'll try to help as much as possible to make this journey smoother. And Karishma, would you like to add something at the end?
Right, Garib. I just would like to say, thank you to, first of all, thank you to all the attendees to coming up here. And I really believe that, this webinar would be very informative for all. We are coming up, definitely, we are, coming up all the supportive activities which we can do to support international students during this COVID time, being very flexible with the things. Um, when it comes to region wise, when it comes to even to provide conditional offers or acceptance of the pre-broad exams like this. So yeah, we are supporting international students so that they can fulfill their dream of studying in international universities or colleges. So you are the another part who can definitely motivate them by resolving all their queries and helping them to put forward their application. And in this particular process we are always with you. So anytime if you get any kind of query or you need any kind of support with the marketing activities or anything, you can definitely reach to us and Galib definitely to get in touch with the institution. Yeah, that is all, Galib, from my end.
Thank you, Karishma. And yes, at the end of the session, we will send a welcome pack. Excuse me. We'll send a welcome pack where we will send the agent evaluation form with all the updated brochures and where you will find all the details about CMTN, and then we can take it from there. Thank you. Thank you all. Have a good day. Thank you,
Thank you
Karishma.
so much. Yeah, bye bye.
Bye.